We've only played COCO once. It was on clay. Playing on hard court this week, what do you feel like your chances would be if you were to play her in the final potentially?
It's tough to say because in a tennis match, a lot of things can happen. And last time I remember the reason why I lost against her is because I'm out of strength in the second set, and I feel I can't put any first serve in because I don't have more power anymore. That's why I'm trying to improve my physical part. But after half year, I feel the situation is different. I got more endurance in my physical. It's gonna be different match, different surfaces. She's obviously such a good player, winning a slam at a young age. It's gonna be a new challenge for me, but I'm really excited and really happy to face that.
A reporter just asked Zheng Qinwen about the possibility of facing COCO Gauff in the finals, and what happened next stunned everyone in the press room. Instead of the usual cautious, polished response, Zheng got completely real about why she lost their last encounter and what's changed since then. Her answer revealed something about Gauff that almost nobody ever talks about publicly. The room went completely silent as she kept speaking. Do you think Zheng can actually beat COCO Gauff on hard courts, or is Gauff still on another level? Drop your prediction in the comments. Tennis press conferences are normally so predictable. Players give safe, polite answers, compliment their opponents, and avoid saying anything that could come back to haunt them. But when a reporter asked Zheng about potentially facing Gauff in the finals, things got different fast. Zheng didn't fall back on the usual "we'll see" line. She got brutally honest about their previous matchup and what it revealed about the gap between them. The question itself was simple. Zheng had played Ariana Sabalenka earlier in the tournament, but she'd only faced Gauff once before, and that was on clay. Now, with the potential of a hard court final, the reporter wanted to know what she thought her chances were. Most players would dodge it with something vague about taking it one match at a time. Zheng did the opposite. She started by acknowledging the obvious. Tennis is unpredictable, anything can happen in a match. That's standard. But then she dropped a bomb that had everyone leaning forward. She admitted the real reason she lost to Gauff last time. It wasn't tactics. It wasn't that Gauff played perfect tennis. It was because Zheng ran out of energy in the second set. Let that sink in. Zheng publicly admitted her physical conditioning wasn't strong enough to compete for a full match against Gauff. She said she couldn't hit first serves with power anymore. That's not something elite athletes usually reveal in press conferences. They talk about opponents playing well or making smart adjustments. They don't usually say, "I got too tired to compete." But Zheng didn't stop there. She explained exactly why she's been training so hard on her conditioning. She said that after 6 months of dedicated work, the situation is completely different now. She believes her endurance and stamina are at a new level. She thinks a rematch would play out entirely differently, especially on a surface with different physical demands. Then she pivoted to praising Gauff, calling her an amazing player and pointing out that winning Grand Slams at such a young age is incredible. She framed a potential matchup as a challenge she's genuinely excited to face. On the surface, that might sound like standard, respectful tennis talk, but the subtext is what made this answer shocking. What Zheng was really saying is this: I lost because I wasn't fit enough. Now I am. Let's run it back. That's confidence bordering on a challenge. She didn't say, Gauff is better and I hope I can compete. She said, I fixed the problem that made me lose last time, so this time will be different. That's a completely different energy than what you usually hear in these press conferences. Context is key here. Zheng Qinwen isn't some unknown hoping for a lucky break. She's a legitimate tour threat who's already proven she can beat top players on her best days. She won Olympic gold in Paris, taking down elite competition along the way. She's reached major tournament stages and firmly established herself as someone who belongs in the conversation with the very best. But COCO Gauff is a different beast. Gauff is a Grand Slam champion who's already achieved things most players can only dream of. She's marketable, beloved by fans, and she's proven she thrives under the pressure of the biggest moments. Beating Gauff isn't just about technical skill. It's about matching her mental toughness, her physical conditioning, and her ability to raise her game when it matters most. That's why Zheng's answer is so fascinating. She didn't answer like an underdog hoping for a miracle. She answered like someone who had made the necessary improvements and was ready to prove it. Whether that's confidence or arrogance depends entirely on whether she can back it up if they actually meet. Let's break down what Zheng revealed about their previous match. She said the decisive factor was running out of strength in the second set. That tells you a lot. First, it means she was probably competitive in the first set. If she'd been blown off the court, she wouldn't describe the loss as a conditioning problem. Second, it shows she believes the match was winnable if her stamina had held up. Third, it means she studied what went wrong and targeted very specific areas to improve. Her comment about not being able to hit first serves with power is particularly revealing. First serve percentage and power are huge in modern women's tennis. Lose that weapon, and suddenly your service games are vulnerable. Opponents can attack returns more aggressively. You can't score free points with aces, and you're forced into longer rallies that drain energy fast. Once that cycle starts, it's brutal. Zheng recognized that weakness and spent months systematically addressing it. She wasn't just going to the gym, she's done structured conditioning designed to increase endurance, maintain serve power deep into matches, and compete at the highest level for 2 or 3 hour battles. That's the kind of work that separates good players from great ones. The fact that she says the situation is completely different after 6 months suggests measurable improvements in training. Maybe she's lasting longer in practice sets. Maybe her serve speed stays consistent through full sessions. Maybe she's recovering faster between matches at tournaments. Whatever the metrics, Zheng clearly believes she solved the problem that cost her the GAUFF match. But here's where caution comes in. Lots of players improve conditioning. Lots of players think they're ready. Then they face a high-pressure match against an elite opponent and realize training gains don't always transfer perfectly to match play. The mental pressure of playing someone like GAUFF can make your body feel more drained than it should. Key points can sap energy faster than expected. And of course, GAUFF isn't standing still. She's been working on her game constantly. She's added new weapons to her arsenal. She's gotten stronger and more experienced. But even if Zheng has improved her conditioning to match where GAUFF was 6 months ago, GAUFF might have leveled up even more in that same period. That's the reality of competing at the elite level. Everyone is improving, so you have to keep pushing just to maintain your place. The surface difference matters a lot. Zheng pointed out that their previous match was on clay and a potential finals meeting would be on hard courts. These surfaces create fundamentally different games. Clay rewards patience, heavy spin, and the ability to slide into shots and grind out rallies. Hard courts reward power, flat hitting, and the ability to hit through opponents. GAUFF has shown she can dominate on all surfaces, but different opponents perform differently against her depending on conditions. Zheng might truly believe hard courts give her a better chance. Maybe her game is built for faster surfaces where points end quicker and rallies don't drag on. Maybe she can use her power more effectively on hard courts. Maybe GAUFF's defensive skills aren't as effective when the ball comes faster. These are real tactical factors that could shift the matchup. But GAUFF won the US Open on hard courts. She's already proven she can handle power hitters on fast surfaces. She's shown she can adjust her game to different opponents and conditions. Treating the surface change as a big advantage overlooks the fact that GAUFF has already cemented herself as an elite hardcourt player against the toughest competition in the world. The mental side of this matchup is fascinating. Zheng is positioning herself as someone who's identified and fixed a key problem. That's a powerful mindset if she truly believes it. Going into a match thinking, I know exactly what went wrong last time and I've corrected it, is completely different from thinking, I hope I can hang with her. Confidence is everything at the elite level. On the other hand, GAUFF has the mental edge of already beating Zheng. She knows that when Zheng was fatigued, she pulled away. That's priceless insight. GAUFF understands that if she stretches the match, makes Zheng work for every point, and tests her conditioning, she already has a blueprint for winning. GAUFF can play with the confidence of someone who's proven she's the superior player. The reporter's question also highlights how the tennis world views these potential matchups. The fact that they specifically asked about playing GAUFF rather than any other finalist shows GAUFF is seen as the standard. She's the benchmark. Beating her is considered the real accomplishment, far more significant than just winning a tournament against anyone else. That's the burden GAUFF carries now as a Grand Slam champion and one of the faces of women's tennis. Every opponent is preparing specifically for her. Every press conference comes with questions about facing her. Every potential matchup is framed as, can this player beat Gauff, rather than just who will win. That's what happens when you become the standard everyone else is chasing. Zheng's response also highlights a generational shift in women's tennis. The older champions are still playing at a high level, but younger players like Zheng and others are growing increasingly confident that they belong in the conversation. They're not intimidated by big names or big moments. They genuinely believe they can compete with anyone on any given day. That confidence is reshaping the tour. The conditioning discussion is especially important given how women's tennis has evolved. Matches are lasting longer, points are more physically demanding. The calendar is brutal, with tournaments almost year-round. Players who can maintain peak performance deep into matches and throughout the season gain massive advantages. Gauff has proven her conditioning is elite. Zheng claims she's now at that same level. But claiming you've improved and actually proving it under the pressure of a high-stakes final are completely different things. Zheng can say she won't run out of power on her serve anymore. That sounds good in a press conference, but what about the third set? She's serving to stay in the match. Gauff is crushing returns. The pressure is suffocating. Will her improved conditioning hold up then? That's what makes this statement so shocking in hindsight. Zheng put a target squarely on her back with this level of confidence. If they meet in a final and she loses the same way, running out of gas in the second or third set, that quote will be replayed endlessly. She'll look like she talked bigger than she could deliver. The internet will feast on, remember when Zheng said she fixed her conditioning and then lost the same way? On the flip side, if Zheng actually beats Gauff, this press conference becomes legendary. It became the moment she called her shot, explained exactly what she'd improved, and then proved it on the court. It's the kind of story sports fans love. An athlete identifies a weakness, fixes it, and shows the results when it matters most. The risk-reward of being this honest is fascinating. Most players play it safe in press conferences to avoid giving opponents bulletin board material or adding pressure on themselves. Zheng either doesn't care about that, or maybe she actually welcomes it. Either way, it tells you a lot about her mindset. For Gauff, this statement is bulletin board material if she needed more motivation. Zheng basically said, I lost because I got tired, but now I won't, so I'll beat you. That's the kind of thing that can make a competitor like Gauff even sharper. She already plays with intense focus. Add the extra motivation of proving Zheng's conditioning still isn't enough, and you've got a high-stakes showdown. Zheng Qinwen's response wasn't just honest, it was a challenge wrapped in respect. She admitted exactly why she lost to Gauff before and claims she's fixed the problem. Now we wait to see if they actually meet and whether Zheng's improved conditioning can match Gauff's championship level. This could be the start of a major rivalry. Do you think Zheng can back up her words? Comment below.